Not that anybody's drinking late at night with Caleb, apparently, but still.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, they can't.
Okay,
can't
but seriously, like what? On like a hot, sweaty day, you just like hang
That's
there.
better. Yeah.
Ew.
Get a little breeze going.
Don't you get a rash?
Ew.
Wow. Scratchy
God.
scratch.
You do it with like
I don't get
stick.
rashes.
You gotta
Things
use
with stick.
Euphoria for that stuff.
Maybe and you just
Okay, but seriously, I think we need logo briefs. That can be our first merchandise item that we
Ooh,
sell.
I like that. I'll get them.
Specifically for
That would
Caleb.
Right? Should it? Okay. Do we want it on like the front? Where,
That's what
like,
I was gonna say. The front
see,
or the
I think
back.
we need to scoot this way a little
I
bit.
like that.
But we could like have it so the car's right in front, or we could do two, like one on each cheek.
Or
I
one.
like it. Yeah.
One big one right here.
Yeah, oh yeah, two little ones. Wait, speaking of cheeks, so we've done the Morgan Rose Maroney ab workout before. Not to like shout
The
out.
what?
Remember on the floor one night? Or no, Kieran was there for that. I think we did like a sit down on the floor, like 6-minute ab workout.
Wow.
This Australian girl that we all hate and love in equal measure. But she has a glute activation video, and Karina and I did it the other day. It was very funny. It was inappropriate.
Can you
Did it work?
Absolutely
Yeah. I was
not
gonna
on
say
camera.
she
No. We
What?
don't have a mature rating, so it's a family friendly podcast.
Is it?
Oh,
Hey
after
kids.
talking about breeze.
Yeah. This is the
He's
children that
funny.
listen to the drinking podcast.
Oh.
Don't do drinks, kids.
Only drink.
Kids don't drink nowadays, though,
They don't.
right? They vape.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
they
a,
do vape.
Not a
think
Yeah.
they
that's
do
a-
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
No,
drinking's
the
not.
drinking's down to the
Yeah,
down a level. They're
they
vaping.
don't. Yeah, they don't drink a lot now.
How is vape replacement for alcohol?
I don't know, they're kids. They think it is.
Get with it, kids. Drink
I'd rather-
underage illegally.
I know.
We all did.
Like we did in my day.
Right.
Pay some Popeyes.
Oh God, yeah, man. Oh, I did a
Irish
hospital one
Rose.
night. Ugh.
Smirnoff. Have you ever
Yeah.
just drunk Smirnoff?
Ugh.
Ugh. I had Everclear
Absolutely.
before.
Oh,
that's
no,
terrible. 3 shots,
absolutely
y'all.
not.
3
And
shots
with
of Everclear.
vodka,
Oh
me and
my
3 buddies
goodness.
drink like a half gallon a night.
Yeah, y'all was
What
done
kind of
for.
vodka do you drink? Whipped, like Pinnacle.
Yeah, oh
It's
my,
rough.
no.
I can't
Why did I
smell
take
it.
why did I take, I took a shot of that and I threw up immediately.
Yeah, I can't even.
Oh
Like,
my
I
God,
was
did you receive
dang.
my post about Malort?
Yes, I think I did actually.
Oh, you did a post?
You want
I
to
didn't. I didn't post it. You do have some, don't you, Chris?
Are we on the
I
street
do.
right now?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
trying.
wait. We should do that.
Wow,
We should. That should be our little activity.
Why do I
today.
feel like we're filming an episode of TV in the 90s?
So
We on the queue. Just passing my house. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you
you
guys-
$3 trillion later, and we finally got to ride on the queue.
I know, right?
Oh, dude.
So the comments are always the best. The question was, how would you describe the taste of Malort to someone who's never had it before?
Wait, have you guys had Malort?
Chris, can we maybe get a little
Let me
taste
see
for
if it's-
them
Can we
before we
Venmo
read these
you?
comments?
We can do this after the.
No, they need to drink before you read the comment.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I'll go back. Give me a second. I'll go back.
Okay.
My mom doesn't
We'll
really
come
drink,
back.
guys.
well, just a little sip.
It's a
She
sip
don't
of
drink.
Malort.
I'll drink it. No. What is it?
It's a little
They
sip.
need it
It's
for
okay.
vodka.
You're gonna.
Is
For
it
the band.
anything
I love
like?
it.
Oh no, they gone now. I don't know what happened. Oh, is it anything like African moonshine?
I don't think I've ever
I don't
had
think
it.
I've tried that.
You smoke and I'll be back.
I've had a little.
Okay, we're gonna
African
have
moonshine. I'll make some.
serious alcoholic experience at this rate.
Let's do
No.
it. I'm
We have to
actually.
try
Wait, what is it?
Everything that you haven't tried before.
Yeah. I was gonna tell you guys. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell people, but I'm in a drinking fraternity called the Turtles. I passed in college. I'm like a grand
Think that's a thing?
master.
What's a
turtle.
drinking fraternity?
Right.
Yeah, it's called being the turtle. It
I
is.
feel like my rugby team was this, but it
Yeah.
didn't have a cool name.
Yeah, it was called Turtles. I've
She
crossed like
actually
over
initiated
150, not 1,000 people. I'm about to say that. That's crazy. 150 people
What?
into our
It's a real thing
fraternity thing. Yeah.
called the Turtles.
Yep. They said it came from the army, the military, for their drinking fraternity, and then somebody went online and found out the questions that you ask.
Are there like rules to drinking?
Yeah, I was drunk for 24 hours. I took 3 shots of
What's
Everclear
up,
to start
Pat?
off my night.
Oh, nope. Is it?
I wouldn't get it.
And my face went numb on one side. I was like,
You're
guys, is
supposed to
this
call
supposed to happen? Yeah.
And you kept doing it.
paying for this?
No.
She was right.
And my wrist though, where all these parties were at.
We would like to
So
thank you.
bad.
She was definitely paying my rent. But yeah, I had a
Thank
great
you
time.
for sponsoring this.
HBCU.
Yeah, where'd you go to school?
I went to Hampton University. Like, it's known for the seniors to buy liquor for the freshmen coming in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Materials.
We have some samples.
Okay.
I'll take some. Yeah.
Okay, she took that. It must be good.
Caleb will take some.
I will not.
You need some.
What is it?
I've already had it before.
Oh, okay.
We're all
yeah,
doing
right.
it. I'm already-
She's
I'm
like,
already
what
doing
is it? What is it? She like, I don't know
My
what it
juice.
is.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure for sure. Like, you gonna try it.
Speaking of peer pressure,
He's not even.
I really want another
Oh,
kitten.
man.
You want a kitten? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Got-
Oh, I
another
want a
one.
kitten too. Who's
And-
selling
We have a
kittens?
zoo right
And
now.
maybe more birds.
Oh,
Wait,
there's-
what?
there's
How
some-
many you have?
there's
Birds?
Cats in my neighborhood. You can, the one is always in my garage. You can have it.
It's an adult cat.
I don't
I don't
think
want
so.
an adult cat.
Oh,
I
I'll
want a
take it.
kitten.
Whatever.
Okay.
We're
thank
moving
you.
in now.
Thank you. All right.
Good luck, y'all.
So up to it, down to it. F those. Can you come?
1 second.
F
Oh.
those.
That was a joke. We're not a children's podcast.
Oh, y'all
We're not
petty.
the
And I'm like,
She's
what's
being
going
so
on?
nice. No.
I am. Okay,
Wait,
so.
Chris said, hold on. Chris said, hold on.
Oh, he did.
Our producer. Oh, we broke the fourth one.
Okay, no,
Not
hold
the
on.
We can have a producer. This appears on people's iPhones by divine gesture.
Don't drink. Wait, what does it
perfect.
smell like?
God has put us there.
It smells like. Wait, hold on, guys. This must be crazy.
You all got water?
I got water. Everybody else got water? I'll give them.
Oh no, I'm good.
All right, so up
Actually,
to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it, cause you do it and I do it. So drink, motherfuckers, drink.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Oh God. Oh goodness, this tastes like that stuff you gave me. That black seed bitters. Ooh, no.
She said, no.
I thought she was lying at first.
I did too. Okay. So now, do you want to hear some of the things that people? How would you describe the taste of Malort to someone who's never had it before?
It's not that bad though.
Licking the bottom of a well-worn Doc Martin after eating a rind of a grapefruit.
You still drinking it, Mom?
She likes it.
She likes
She likes
But
it.
it
She
don't
might be an OG.
I
y'all.
like it.
Y'all some
What's another good one? It tastes like you mowed the lawn with your face.
What's the one you said before? Someone is dead.
I think it was, yeah, that's like one of their actual taglines. That was like,
I don't know.
Malort, what you drink when you want to start a fight with your dad.
It tastes like black licorice.
I think
It tastes like the day my
dad.
dad left.
Aww, sad.
Gasoline on the rocks with a
Yep.
twist of regret.
I second that one. That's what this is like.
There's a couple people
I
that
don't
were
know how
like,
gasoline tastes though. But I mean, it's one of those smells that you know exactly what it tastes
What
like.
it tastes like.
Like nobody's really had a doggy treat, right? Well, I've had a doggy treat, but I would.
Caleb said doggy treats.
Yeah, I've tasted a doggy treat.
for
Did you?
for
I mean,
dinner,
it's fine.
yeah.
I had
There
some
was scratches on his arm just last night. She had his collar on. She had him walking down the street on Kansas.
They just stay because I'm white.
Aww.
That's not true.
Yeah.
What
is,
happened?
wait, what is
Right,
it called?
like
Being so
like
fragile.
it's like the scratch. I ran
You
into
know
like
where
a bathroom.
Wait, did you ask your question?
What is it like to be so fragile?
Yeah. Sad.
So vulnerable to the elements, weak
So you like it?
basic functionality.
It's okay. You don't
She's
like
still
it.
drinking it, guys. Just yeah. My mom's more gutter than I thought, y'all.
It's good. It's like the
good.
sweet grapefruit at the end.
What?
It's like bitter. Like
At
I said, like
It's,
the bitter.
it tastes like the bitter. What is it? Black seed bitters.
Mm-hmm.
I had to taste that. Oh my god. You know what? This is actually better than that. So
Yeah,
I
it
will
is.
give
Really?
It's way
Yeah.
better
You
than
can
that.
put
That's-
that on
I'm
the
glad I
list.
had that first and then had this second.
One of
It's
these
like,
comments said it tasted like rubber bands and earwax.
oh, dang, now I can't untaste it.
That's disgusting.
I
The
like
rubber band.
Overall, it's pretty good.
It's not
Everyone's
your way, it's
thinking
hard
it's
for
alright.
me.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Aw.
Wait, okay, so speaking of like visceral things, so you guys know I've been doing these interviews for my participants in that study on like the aesthetics of how we imagine evil.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
one of the girls that I interviewed, obviously not like violating confidentiality stuff, I asked her what evil smells like. She very specifically said it smells like the smell of coins in your hands after you've been sweating.
Ew.
And I was like,
Mm.
huh?
Ew. Have you ever walked past somebody and they smelled like that?
Ew.
That person's evil.
That person-
Yeah,
That person's evil.
that's how you know.
That's how you know. She was right.
But you can smell that
Yes.
smell. Like as soon as she said it, it's like,
Mm.
Yeah, because I
Right.
smell, like hearing that description, I just think the word rapist like comes to mind.
Like,
Oh my god, on the way
I
here,
feel like a rapist would smell
on the
like
way
that.
here, why did I see someone driving in the avalanche that they bought? Like it's like they scraped off.
Oh.
I was like, oh my god, who's
No.
in there? It had to be like at least, you know, some people that they're trafficking or something.
Oh my goodness.
Really?
Who? That's a freaky thing to
That's
see
weird.
on the. And then I'm just looking and driving like, wait, what does he look like? It just looks like a horror film, guys. It was weird.
We're like,
yeah.
Oh,
On
freeway.
dang Southfield on the way here, guys. 39,
That
M39.
is creepy. Speaking of which, I'm excited for the new Candyman
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Have you guys been watching American Horror Stories?
Oh,
No,
I've
the
missed
new
it.
one.
Oh, the first season,
Y'all-
I like the second.
First season was so good.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they
totally.
have like little shorts now where there's
Yeah,
like a whole,
are they good?
yeah,
I haven't
really
seen it
good.
yet. All my
The
friends
first two are really good. You need to watch that. That's really good. Oh, I might.
Okay.
It's really good.
It's on Hulu, right?
Yep, it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Speaking of American Horror Stories, well, I actually have two news things to talk about in Detroit. I have a link for him, but before we get there, I didn't want to do this as like our news story of the day because it's depressing. But just today, the FBI raided 2 more council members in Detroit's offices and City Hall. And they haven't disclosed what for, but the assumption, no, that's just Karina. They actually raided the city council to find Karina because she's not here tonight. But I guess some councilman was arrested last year on corruption and bribery charges, and they think the assumption is that it's all connected. Which
Again?
I mean, how many times?
Old
You're gonna try the same thing. And keep getting
We need to,
arrested
like-
for it. Like,
We need to work on who we're voting for, guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
Cause what? Again? What's
Well,
up?
we
It's like a
vote for-
reoccurring
They familiar with the people, you know what I mean?
That's the
So,
problem.
and that's the people that's been stealing
That's
this
the
whole
problem.
year. So
That
yeah,
is the
that's the
problem.
people that don't do their research and stuff like that. So they just go into the booth and they just
Even if
pick
you
what's
don't,
familiar.
even if you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
feel like researching, just take somebody new. Just take somebody new every time. We just need some fresh blood.
Or
anybody
pick
knows,
nobody at all.
Anybody.
But
I don't
guys,
think
we
anybody.
can't keep doing this. Amazon has offices here now. Like, we can't have corruption.
We gotta clean this out now. There's good money coming in. For real.
Car companies are coming back.
They are.
Um,
Scientology's down there.
But not speaking of, but kind of
LinkedIn.
speaking of, I do think it would be fun to try and see if we can get Larry DeMonco on the show. He would totally come on here.
Oh, yeah.
I can do it for
I
you.
might be a little help
Could you
with that.
really?
Yeah.
He would be so fun to talk to. Not like speaking of city corruption and like famous names in Detroit,
Yeah.
but you know, that's
Just throwing that out there. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
not that there was any connection to any criminal activity. But his bar is really fun, and
Yeah.
he would be a really fun person to talk to
Totally.
because he does great interviews.
Ooh.
Can you talk about other guests instead of our current guests?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
What
it's
what
okay.
current guy?
It makes me.
what are you
It
talking
makes
about?
me
They've
want
always been
to
here.
watch. Yeah, it makes me want to watch.
What are you talking about? Caleb, you never make any sense.
I know. That's a theme too.
God,
You wanna
Caleb.
like talk about how you're being oppressed now too?
Come on, nothing even brought you to that. You just said it.
I mean, they're just things that don't make sense.
Yeah, Caleb's a freshman.
It's hard out here.
Caleb's
Speaking of things that don't make sense, another news story that's been
It is
bothering me
hard
this
out
week. There have been protests in Detroit and in Southfield, speaking of Southfield, Oakland County, because parents don't want their children to have to wear masks.
Oh my god.
And as Caleb legitimately hilariously pointed out the whole idea is like my body, my rights, but of course, not when it comes to abortion.
Right.
marriage,
Right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or
Like,
even like straight anal.
Right.
Just everything involving holes in there, I'm okay with.
At least not like publicly.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
can keep that behind closed
Yeah,
doors.
of course.
yeah.
And it's usually in a fair church.
Yes. Exactly.
This school year is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm out of school, guys. I was just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Same
I
with
was
like
looking at all those
college
people
kids, I'm
going
talking
like,
about that with AJ, like all this last year, having to go to college online or whatever, it's terrible.
yeah. But imagine if
Well,
high
for
school
high
was
school.
online though. That would have been great. I would have got straight A's.
Yeah. Well,
Because I would have been able to like finesse from like I can't even get it out from the internet from the
Well,
internet
they monitor,
to my
they'll
teacher.
monitor your,
Yeah.
Your IP activity.
Yeah.
They're
in
Yeah.
not
Oregon
good on
though,
that.
in Oregon though, I think they, the governor said you don't have to pass tests anymore. So
What?
I'm sure, I figured you would know about it. But yeah, in high school, like,
Oh,
not doing-
maybe in high school. I don't
So
know.
they're just letting everybody
yeah,
go
they're
to high
not
school.
doing standardized, so like.
Did you notice how nobody nationally cared what was happening in Oregon public schools?
Yeah.
It's very. Although
Who's
Michigan's
from
not the
Oregon?
same. He's from Oregon.
He's from Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never met anybody from Oregon. That's great. Good day, y'all. Today's a good day. For real. I'm never.
But so these protesters.
He's probably one of like 4 people from Oregon.
That's
the one in Oregon, the one in Oakland County, not Oregon County. There was like pictures of the protesters, and they had people out there holding signs like "No masks, this is America." And I'm like,
What?
what does that mean? Like, have you participated in Halloween? No masks. I don't. Anyway. But
we
we
were
were
then.
speaking of horror stories, which made me think of a more important news story, which I think Chris has, hopefully.
Oh, dude, you want me to?
Yes, please. This is the actual nightmare that you should all be having.
Oh, jeez.
So apparently there was a truck crash Wednesday afternoon,
Oh,
so
okay.
today, that was carrying honeybees.
I was gonna
So
say,
there are
this
now
is
several thousand bees swarming.
Like they haven't been super aggressive already.
Right? Didn't we go through this?
Hey,
The
we
murder
need
hornets
these.
last
Yeah.
year?
Can we please read the sheriff's office tweet about it? Caution, a
A
large
large
truck transporting honeybee, a singular, it was a big ass honeybee, has overturned on, I don't actually,
Jackway.
near Belling Road.
Uh-huh.
Please keep clear of area. Several thousand bees are loose. If you live in the area, keep your doors
Oh my
and
God.
windows closed.
Wow.
This is
See?
that's
Why
why
did
did only 19 people like that though?
Right. Right.
Well, to be
But
fair,
look, it's 400 and some
Yeah,
shares.
got
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just a stunt for the Candyman movie.
Yeah. What do you think?
So
Yeah.
wait, what? Okay.
What?
I know. What's the Candyman movie?
What?
There's a remake of Candyman.
Are the
coming
bees
out
still
Yeah.
this week. And
Have you
these
seen
are
Candyman 1?
I
Come on,
believe-
come on, covering bees.
They can't
Are you
recapture
scared of
the
Candyman?
I don't even
Yeah,
know
how
what
do you
it
think
is.
they're gonna catch thousands of bees? They're just gonna let them do their thing at this point, which they shouldn't.
They can't do anything. They're out on the loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What could you do to get? You're
You don't know either? See, it's not just me that's
Wait,
not-
wait, wait. Okay, wait. I did not read this
Yeah.
next sentence. The sheriff's office told Up North Live there could have been as many as 50 million bees in the accident.
In the accident.
It's a truck full of bees, yeah.
So is this like a genocide?
A bee genocide?
Yeah. Like, did we just lose millions of bees in a single accident?
I mean, there's
Well,
all
they
these.
not lost.
They're not
They're
lost. They're
not
all
lost. That's-
They're
They're
ready.
free.
Oh, we're gonna have so much honey.
Yeah.
There's
So much
escape.
honey in Michigan. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a
it's
lot
like
of
time
things.
to
We have a
invest.
lot of bees in our butterfly garden
It's
too.
a time to invest in Japan.
Fire crew was on scene around 3 p.m. when Jaquay Road was reopened, but the sheriff's office encourages people to keep windows rolled up when driving in the area.
Okay, but also, so the fire crew, I don't know, but in certain counties in Michigan, they're volunteers, right?
yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
like,
I did
these
that.
poor volunteers, they show up kind of like, I did not send them.
But they got their
Why is your
suits
fire
on.
crew volunteer? That seems dangerous. Isn't there like training
It's
maybe?
not mine.
I mean, in general.
It's not my fight.
But you know they have those uniforms that are
Bee
kind of
train?
like beekeeper uniforms.
Are you
so maybe they
serious?
thought about that. Yeah. They're like, hey, we need the fire
I
crew.
don't think anyone's doing anything.
Yeah, no one's. What could you really do to catch a bee?
Yeah.
Like, what could you really do?
You've
Like the
expressed
Animal
it.
Crossing.
Come on, sting me, sting me. Got you, I got you. What are you gonna do?
Especially
Oh,
there's
yeah.
50 million. I'm sure you could like kind of.
Well,
But they have ways
open
to
your car
bring
windows
them
to
to-
catch them.
Yeah, that seems like more mass. Yeah.
They have ways.
Yeah, wear a mask.
The point
More
is,
mass, you get in
if
the
you are
car,
currently
you-
I know, but
living in
if you wear a
Michigan,
mask,
there are
then you're not
50
worried about,
million
like, eating it.
freebies. They
Wow, I need to
Yeah.
catch some, y'all. That's a
freebies.
that's a business right
There's like an episode of Black Mirror where they had those like fake bee fly things that were coming and attacking people. They were like these robot hornets.
I've not
there. Yeah,
seen
but
that
they were like
episode.
watching people with
I
them
like
too. They were
that.
using them as weapons.
I love that show.
I pretty
I-
much
I've
tuned in for the Hannah Montana
I've
episode.
seen
Oh,
it all
yeah,
like
true.
3 times. And somebody tweeted recently, they were like, what happened to whatever that show Black Mirror, and somebody responded, in 2020 we were the cast.
For real.
That would actually be really funny. They should just do a whole episode where it's just like coverage of American life.
Yeah.
Or it could be the live cam from Lansing that we watched.
I like
Remember, it was like the second episode we ever recorded. Because, so if you guys don't know, the Michigan Tourist Association decided that what we need is live cameras in various Michigan towns. So there's literally a camera in like Traverse City, like just at an intersection.
Okay.
You can just go on and watch it. If you're gonna watch like the old
It's
lady.
not-
Like watching pandas at
It's
the
terrible.
zoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, except it's humans.
It's humans, yeah.
So yeah.
Human.
It's just people.
Do they get paid off the clickbait? Or no?
I don't think
It's-
so.
It's just
It's
a thing.
very poor quality.
Who even
It's not good.
putting this in the budget?
We watched some kids playing on a beach, which feels
You're paying for that.
problematic.
That's
Yeah,
an
what's
issue.
going on? I think that's for the people.
Right.
That's
That's-
That's where the guy in the van is going.
That is,
Mhm.
exactly.
Right.
Ew.
That is.
Too far.
Have y'all noticed, like, I've been watching a lot of crime, like, stuff, right? And then everywhere I go, I just be like, that's a cold case waiting to happen. Like,
Yeah, 100%.
like, someone was walking down the streets, no sidewalks where I live, really, so they're just walking. I was like, little Sarah walking her dog. That's just how they
And it's always in small towns.
Yeah, it
Right.
is. And then have you noticed all the cold case episodes are in Michigan? Like, I've seen like 50% of them were from Michigan.
There are a
towns.
lot of
Mm.
issues.
Saginaw, like little,
What people missing or something?
yeah,
She
people
liked
missing.
that show you listen to where all the murders in Detroit, whatever that crime show.
Oh yeah, I watch crime
Well, we
podcasts.
listen to so many crime
The
podcasts.
one where the whole season that you're on is in
Oh,
Detroit.
so the second season of the podcast Crime Town is set in Detroit. It's all about Detroit's history, like starting in like the 30s.
Oh,
It's
really?
very interesting, actually.
I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna listen to that.
It's about like the police like responses to like petty theft and like the drug. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. What?
talks about the
They didn't
drug.
even do nothing back then, man. They got DNA.
Right.
They're like,
Right.
hey,
Crime's
Joseph,
going-
you did it. I think you did it. Where were you? Oh, you're going to jail.
Speaking
Yeah, we're
of which,
hanging.
things
Yeah,
I
we're
did
hanging.
not know. So things that I should know but
Uh-huh.
did not know based on my professional occupation. Luminol is apparently extremely dangerous. So luminol is like the chemical that
Yeah.
they spray to like see blood.
Yeah.
Like in movies, they're always like and like everything glows.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like really pretty.
It's like purple. Yeah.
So in real life, luminol is a carcinogen.
Oh.
And they have to mix it with a chemical that's an acid, so it'll also burn your skin. So when they spray it, they can only wear like full hazmat suits and like
Okay, that's
like
right.
rebreathers, and it's a very faint glow. It's not normally visible.
So what if CSI been doing this whole time?
It's just lying
Fake.
to us.
Fake.
So in
Yeah,
real
that
life,
is really
and
weird.
the other thing is it actually destroys DNA because it's an acid. So to use it, they put like post-it notes down like all over the place in case the spot lights up, so there's a protected area.
Oh.
But it'd be a really boring show
That's a
for
lot.
like
Yeah.
3 hours.
Right.
Someone's walking around with
Post-it
post-its.
notes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a 3M commercial.
They usually just put like, they
So
put like
many
brown
murders.
tags on
Everything.
it. Yeah.
Dang.
Wild.
Anyway, so we've covered the gamut now of horror and crime in Detroit. But positive news, there's going to be more of Scott Peterson in the news because apparently he's back in court.
What did he do
For
now?
what?
He killed his next wife?
No, he's in prison, so if
Oh.
anything,
Is
he's
he
a prison
in there for,
wife.
like,
which
Prison wife. His prison wife.
I suspect he's the prison wife, but
100%.
no, apparently there's some kind of like plea because there's evidence now that maybe she was walking the dog when she got.
Shut up.
I don't know.
Shut up.
It's
Hold up to
it's
show.
his brother's wife that's
No, it's
super
a lie.
intense about that, which I feel like if I was the brother, but
They must have been doing something. The brother's wife,
Right,
they
that's
got
what I'm
something
saying.
going on. She's trying to get him out.
there's absolutely no way that she's faithful.
No way. You going too hard for my brother, man. I knew you been
Right,
cheating on
and
me.
all these years later,
Like-
too, like, are you
Leave
kidding?
it alone, Stacy.
For real.
You don't know who that is?
Oh my god.
Well, you gotta go on
I don't know
Netflix.
anything.
They have a documentary.
So
about
I
it.
got into some story last week. I don't even know how and like what rabbit hole. I don't know how I ended up here, but it was, I mean, it's a terrible story. It's really sad. But this little like 2 or 3 year old girl was murdered by her mother's boyfriend.
Oh.
He had been like physically abusing her for months. I think it was like 9 or 10 months, because he wanted his girlfriend to get full custody and for the baby daddy to pay child support. Because the parents had such a great relationship, he wasn't like paying child support for them. He would just, give money, whatever they needed, he just paid for. But the boyfriend was a deadbeat and wanted like formal payments. So he started abusing the girl, hoping that the father would lose any rights to her.
So they would think it was the father.
They would think it was the father.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah, that's
mental.
psycho.
What is
insane.
going on
But
in
what's
Buffalo?
even crazier was
What?
That doesn't even.
well,
Make
at
sense.
first they did blame the
For real?
father.
They
They
so
did
he
at first.
get
They said to the
somewhere.
father, like, we think it's you. But then the little girl, whenever they would say, like, the authorities would say, okay, you're gonna go home to your mom, the little girl would freak out and only want to go with her dad.
Mm,
So it was like very obvious that the problem is
the mom's house.
right in mom's
Yeah.
household, but they kept sending the little girl over there anyway.
That's our justice system right there.
Right, and so now there's
Child
like
protective
laws
services.
in place that
Yeah.
have, because of this case, because like that little girl should have never been sent back to that house,
And she's gone.
and she's done.
God rest her soul. That's crazy.
That's-
When is America gonna learn though? Have you guys? That's what I think. You know,
I think
I
they
wait up
need to be
all night
somebody
thinking
need to
about
press charges
what's
against
going
them,
on.
like
Right?
child protective services.
Okay.
Well, they do
Yeah.
sometimes. There are certain. You remember that
Yeah, that case.
last year, Hernandez?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that on
They
Netflix.
did file charges against
They
child
did.
protective.
They
didn't
need to
stick.
start doing
It didn't
that.
The
stick
charges did not stick.
on the boyfriend or the mom.
Mm-mm.
And that kid, he was held in a cabinet
Mhm.
with a lock on it.
Like
How
And
does
they
that
didn't
charge
feed
not
him.
stick?
They didn't feed him, and then he all of a sudden he just died. And they were like, it's
All of a sudden.
these people. Yeah, I'm just saying though, like that's how they.
That's how they
play
act.
it.
Yeah,
That's
they
how
say, like,
play it.
all of a
a sudden, the kid was,
we
not
had no
breathing.
idea this was gonna happen. Oh my
No,
god!
oh
even
my
though
god, they did
He
regular
looked like a
routines.
corpse for months, like going to school, like with
Yeah.
like patches of hair missing, cigarette
Mm-mm.
burns on his face, and,
And what
everyone's
would you-
like, I can't believe this happened.
Yes, you.
What?
can.
Yes.
But what do you do in a situation like that for real? Me personally, I would have to kidnap the kid
This
at
is
that
what I-
point.
Yeah, you have to get.
I already kidnap you, or I can't
Yeah.
even let you go back. I really can't.
Yeah.
And then I'll call the authorities later. But how the justice system plays it in America, you'll call the police and they're like, oh, we're gonna take you to jail. You kidnapped somebody's kid. I'm like,
Right.
but I just took them out of harm's way. They're like, nah, you're going to jail too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like people kind of get in this iffy spot. Like that show, that y'all should do like a little thing with that show. Just do like weird stuff in public and see how people react.
That would be.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially in
Not too
Detroit because I've never seen the
We would
Penny
be good at
Detroit.
it. We
Yeah.
could just have like Caleb walk around and look nice.
Yeah. Oh my God, we should have him in
weird.
a hat.
So
You should wear a
innocent.
hat. You should wear a American flag hat, not like America Great Again hat, and just walk around and see what people say.
I'm gonna get
Uh-uh.
too much shit for that.
But then
Like, don't put me in.
I wore a NASCAR shirt on here one time,
And it was
I couldn't
horrible.
understand.
Yeah. People were probably just looking at
It
you
was
like,
our
look at him.
first
He's like,
episode recording here.
What?
And he showed up in a NASCAR
Oh,
t-shirt.
yeah, they went in on you. Yeah, if it feels nice on, stuff like
It's
that.
not. It's not.
Unless it's like Egyptian cotton, organic, save the planet.
Well, it's probably like a Gildan.
Right?
Then you
was-
can find another one on like Amazon.
Or you can make it. You
They,
can
they
make
should
it.
have my
Get some
wolf
puppy
Wait,
paint.
speaking of which, we need to get, I feel like given like location of our show, we need to get like muscle tank tops.
Yeah, we do.
with
Oh
our
my
logo.
god.
I gotta get my muscles together for that.
Yeah, I gotta get some
muscle.
muscle.
That's not even muscle, guys. This looks good now.
But our logo is
It's not even. It's not even.
our
like-
logo is perfect for like, you know, a good muscle tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
We can look all hardcore in it.
I'll make you guys some muscle tank tops. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna send y'all some.
We would look great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take some
well,
pictures,
We
do
could
some
put in front of our
calendar-
Mickey's Pizza sign.
Oh my god.
Do a calendar. That's 12 hot
I
months.
don't think they
Caleb in the winter.
Yeah. Cause you got the beard going on with the lumberjack.
Yeah,
Ooh, we
let's
should
cover
switch
the
that out.
arms too.
Yeah.
You gotta do some curls for
No.
girls.
Yeah, I need to work out.
We all do, shouldn't we?
Karina and I asked you. to
Corona
work out,
kind of
but-
made me feel like I
I
don't have
was
to work out anymore. Like, as long as I don't got Corona, I'm good.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
that's
what-
true.
What I'm,
I'm
I'm
working
working
out.
out.
We're just
What am
ready
I
to
working
survive.
out for? Like,
Well, but
perfect
then
body for
The
who?
new study came out of University of Michigan about like each food's relative impact because it's like triple Corona.
Wait, what?
So my mom's a nurse in the Northwest and she saw it and actually sent it because she read like an actual journal article and then I saw it on TikTok. But apparently,
Oh god.
TikTok.
Uh,
You on TikTok?
So awesome.
no, actually, but apparently they like measured the actual cost of each food on your like life length.
Oh yes, the
and
hot
like a
dog
single
guy.
hot dog is like 36 minutes
Yes.
off of your life.
Oh,
And now
shit.
everyone's worried about Joey Chestnut.
What I just
That's
had a hot
amazing.
dog the other day.
That's bullshit.
I'm 36
Is
minutes
that like
less.
that's like if you don't do anything,
That's
you ain't
crazy.
hot dog.
Joey
Wait, what?
Chestnut, the
I
hot
bet that'll
dog
stop
champion.
people from eating
I feel
stuff.
like you can balance that out though. That
What if they had that on the
a lot of
packaging?
shit.
This
You can't
hot
say
dog
that.
can take
He's
36
dead.
minutes of your life.
Would you eat it?
Exactly. That's what
I
everyone.
wouldn't
You
even
should
buy it.
see
I wouldn't even
Twitter
buy it.
following up with
Freaks
Joey Chestnut because of this. Yes.
Speaking of Joey Chestnut, we're actually sponsored today by Hebrew National. We will all be eating a package of hot dogs. We need to now go to the Hebrew National fully kosher hot dog commercial. See, we're ready. We're ready, Hebrew National. Do you hear us? We want free hot dogs.
My hot dog
I
has
prefer
a first
Oscar
name.
Mayer.
It's
What?
HBR.
Who?
No.
Okay, get out.
No.
Get, leave. Just go. You're kicked off the
No.
podcast.
That's the only other hot dog.
You've been,
What?
you've been kicked
What?
out. He just said you
Oscar
prefer
Mayer.
an Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
hot dog has a first name.
Everybody was washing up.
Oh.
They
With
was
the
washing
wipes.
up with the wipes. I mean,
Oh, that was
if
good.
that's all you got,
Yeah.
if that's all you
That's
got,
good.
wipes are good.
Wait,
Where
okay.
is this part?
This is the
On
Maytown
Monroe.
Madness thing that
Oh yeah, with the
apparently it's like $30 though.
roller K.
To go to the park?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, is it cheaper than that?
Yeah, she went to the roller K. Our neighborhood is actually the sponsors of that.
Oh, how much was it?
$13.
$13.
Oh, 13.
I think it's
Oh,
13.
okay.
Yeah, with
We
the
should go.
yeah.
Let's have a podcast night.
Oh,
Chris, will you come rollerblading with us?
yes, maybe you can interview Janine.
We're going
and her
this
brother.
weekend.
Yeah, you can interview
You are?
the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Janine
With
folks and them.
Ben.
What? You're going with Ben? You can't go without us. It's not allowed. Don't you know that we all have separation anxiety? Speaking of which,
Speaking
we
of,
have a picture of Karina to share because we're missing Karina.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you happen to have that up. She's not with us because her brother had a baby or whatever.
Whatever.
I don't see the hype. It's not like he did it.
I know.
It's not like
Anyway, there they are.
That
Obviously,
baby has
the
to
one on
be
the left
so
is Karina,
tiny.
the one on the right is the baby.
Look at his
Karina is so
But
tiny.
we'll point that out to everybody.
I just wanted to clarify, the one on the right has not yet hosted the podcast with us. But we're looking to replace her with him. I don't know if it's a boy or girl or what's name is.
Yeah, look at her
They.
ear.
Them they.
Yep,
Them
them they. Yep, that's how you do it.
That, you're right.
I've been doing that for years
Yeah,
before that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
haven't decided yet.
Them they for everybody.
Also, we are very delinquent, and this is Nightcap Detroit. We keep forgetting this. As
Free.
always, we are here drinking and not performing responsibly as adults. To close out your evening in Detroit, from left to right, we are.
Caleb,
Julia.
we're not on camera.
Yeah, we are. He's just showing me image, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Caleb, for making everything awkward again.
Every time.
God, it's like a
I'm
Southern Baptist
sorry.
wedding in here. And then I'm AJ. You already know who we are. We are joined by two very special guests tonight.
Yes.
Julie is going to give us our introduction.
Yeah, so this is a very unique fair. I'm not sure how closely everyone pays attention to synchronized swimming in the Olympics, but our guests tonight are a mother-daughter Olympic gold medal winning synchronized swimming team. Woo!
I can tell by your form. You're definitely a gold medal.
They're giving us an example. Yes!
That's not that.
That was beautiful. That really.
Now, what year did you win the gold?
1980.
Okay.
I was just a
Fact
little
check that.
bum in her belly.
They were a team in the sense that she was an egg.
Yeah.
Very across.
We were both swimming in waters unknown. Well, sorry, then she came back in '92 and did it again.
Did it again.
Yeah, she did it again.
So many golds. It's a
Yeah,
lot
there
of,
you go.
don't you have to pay taxes on that?
What?
Don't you have to pay
No,
taxes
I'm
on
not-
that?
Yeah, I'm doing a service for the country. Why am I paying taxes?
No.
They don't even like get
It's for the country. they
It's
gotta
for
pay
the country.
taxes.
What?
Listen, I'm just saying.
That's like the lottery. I don't
We
think
need
you
to
should pay
look
taxes
into
on
That
the
is
lottery.
one of the most American things I've ever heard in my life.
You won the gold medal.
Pay up.
Let our country
Pay up.
proud.
In 6 months, you owe me $3,000. I want my other $3,000 another 6
Listen,
months.
someone has to pay Social Security. The old people aren't dying.
They're not.
Unbelievable.
I seen
Well,
somebody. She posted somebody 92
Oh,
years
stop.
old and he's never missed a workout. Come on, guy. Come on, sit down, guys. Time
Are
to
you
sit
feeling
down.
a little pressured,
I
AJ?
feel a little triggered.
92?
Like,
They are not dying.
They're
getting
not.
down on the ground doing a Morgan Rose right now.
Come on.
The hip thrusts.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I see where you're going there.
Okay, but really, so like, legitimately, we have two very interesting guests
Wow.
tonight.
It's
Oh.
a true thing, guys. guys.
See?
Oh,
But only certain athletes.
What's certain mean?
even the Paralympic ones.
No, it says, I think it said they can't
said
fly to the Paralympics. So.
Oh,
What? Hold on, guys. Everybody should have their athletes.
Victory tax, scroll down.
Victory tax. What's going on? $37,000. What?
No. They get that money. From
Okay,
the US
cool. And then how much they have to pay?
And they tax the money.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
money.
that's ridiculous.
That seems
That's so crazy.
Like I worked my whole life to do this for my country, and then you're gonna
To be
tax
fair,
me?
their whole life we're getting older. They're like 17, so their whole life has been the past 4 years.
Man, that was the hardest years of your life.
Yeah, but their parents need that money to pay for all those coaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Wait a minute now, America, come on now.
Do better.
Y'all gotta do Japan. You think other countries do a victory tax too? I don't think so.
I don't
How
know.
fucked up is that?
I'm sure some
That
countries.
is. You think
Okay, but
Japan?
aside from the victory taxes you guys had to pay fictionally, who are you actually, and what are you doing here, and how did you get into our building?
You wanna go first, the oldest?
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
I mean, she got her. No, you tell. The chicken comes before the egg. You can go. Okay, guys. Well, my name is Cheyenne Johnson, but I like to be called Chi. I'm a multifaceted Detroit resident that lives in Clio now. I have a couple businesses that are on the up and coming, like a custom t-shirt company. Also an app that helps deliver your cannabis to your front door. And on top of that, just a network of people, just connecting people with different people to get things done.
So when we met you talked to us about the app.
Yes.
What is it called again?
It's called High Drop Detroit. I should have worn my shirt, but my girlfriend told me to wear this shirt, which is about my t-shirt company. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
High Drop Detroit. Basically, it's like a place that you can go to for other stoners and people that are like trying to try out cannabis, because cannabis is such like, oh my god, I'm gonna get high and do stupid stuff. I mean, that happens too. Then you get hungry, then you might fall asleep. But there's also things that cannabis can help you do, like with energy and like having mental clarity and emotional balance, and that's the things that I want to tell people about.
So it's like a delivery, like a Grubhub.
Yeah, like a Grub Hub,
Emotional
like a
balance.
Grub Hub for cannabis.
Do you need some?
Caleb certainly needs emotional balance.
That's right.
CBD is also great
Yeah.
for that.
And she likes CBD. I kind of like my, psychoactive THC cannabis, because I see things and stuff like that, and it helps me be more creative.
I feel like I'm not
Wait,
saying
we
we
see
also
things
deliver
before or after
ayahuasca,
you.
but we might.
During.
Oh,
Or like while I might be like, oh my god, it's a fairy. Wait, was that a fairy? Wait, I don't know, God, help me. And then for real, then I
God
meditate.
was like, it's not a fairy.
It's not a fairy, it was just my fart or something like that. Something like that, something chill. Like, I feel like if you know yourself, you can smoke cannabis by yourself. I think a lot of people tell you to do it with other people. And when I came back to Detroit from college, I kind of like held off with smoking with other people because it was more of a spiritual thing for me. So I just do cannabis, smoking alone. My girlfriend might be there, she might be asleep, and I'll just be smoking and seeing stuff and writing things down.
Like,
Honestly.
depending on how good the stuff is, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be smoking Reggie's trying to write out things for my future. I can't do that. I don't know if I'm gonna get too far with smoking. I kind of need some exotics, but other than that, yeah, I mean, hemp is good too. She's been teaching me about that. Hemp can make your clothes. It can make pretty much almost all the things in this room right here if we, process it right. So, what you want to talk about?
So speaking of she, who is this?
This is my wonderful mother who, my whole life I've been trying to, live up to or whatever because, being a kid, she was a stripper, she was a prostitute.
Oh my
She's trying to use that. Oh my God.
I'm just playing. None of that's happening.
There is nothing wrong with sex work, though.
It is
No,
not.
I'm very
It's not.
clear about that.
It's not because
No
hey,
shame,
God
but also
gave you-
didn't happen.
It didn't happen. But go ahead, Mom. Introduce yourself.
I'm
Okay, well, my name is Brett Johnson, and I love social media. So I mean, most like I don't know. I think people my age like social media. You know what I mean? So I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I love doing fun videos and whatnot. And actually, I'm in a group called Flag Ageless as well. That is for people
Black and Angels.
Fly
Fly.
and ageless. That's people, men and women that are over 40 and still fly.
Okay.
So yeah, so we just
She's
breaking
an
that
ambassador.
stereo code of people like once you get over 40 and whatnot,
You ever go to
Pretty
Bird's
lame.
Marketplace on a Sunday night?
You said what now?
Bird's Marketplace on a Sunday night? That's
Oh
all the.
no, that's all. Oh, for real?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, look, Mom, you gotta go
You
there.
have to go there.
Yeah.
Check it
Yes,
out.
I was taking
Okay, look
I was
at
going there, but I
Look,
didn't
you
have
know,
any friends. I was
did you
going
have
there. No,
You
but I
have
got-
the outfit on?
no,
The
they're all
one night
dressed
he
up.
wears like an 80s throwback shirt. Oh
Okay.
shit.
They do like
Whatever,
live
Caleb.
music stuff, and there's a bunch of people there dancing.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's called Bird's
Try
Market.
that.
Bird's Marketplace in Eastern Market.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think we
Why
went there
didn't you
once.
invite
When I didn't have any friends, I was going there twice a week.
Only that you guys can stop going all the time, so look, that's good.
Caleb's trying to say he was looking for someone that's like flying over 40.
I know.
Right.
Who there?
I'm just trying to like make your business, but
Somebody pays bills.
You know what you're doing. Okay.
But yeah, so it's fun. We do a lot of social media things, and then also I'm in a contest called Fab Over 40.
yeah, and you're doing amazingly, and everyone needs to go vote for you.
Yes, JaretteJohnson.com. You can go vote for me. The contest ends September the 23rd, and it's fun. I mean, it's fun. It's a lot of amazing women, not just me. They're all amazing, and it's just like you over 40 having fun.
But
And
just
So-
go for her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
vote for
you're
me.
like
Vote
the
for
most amazing.
Yeah,
the
the
most-
most.
Like everyone participated, but like you got first place.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
yes.
how many people are in the contest? Do you know?
We don't know for sure.
How often can we vote?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah.
For
Mhm.
free.
And I think we have the links both to your account, right?
Yeah.
And also to this.
Contest. Okay.
Yeah.
This
I'm
contest.
just Cheyenne DC Johnson at Instagram.
That we will definitely put up so that people can go like follow you guys and vote and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
It's
JaretteJohnson.com, and then on all social media, that is my name, JaretteJohnson.com. Nothing special with all of that.
Oh, you're special.
Oh. No, you know how people have like the little fake little names that they have that they sell my, it's just Jarette Johnson.
Yeah.
Just to make it
You gotta
something
brand yourself
memorable.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. Jarette Johnson.
Caleb's is like furryfoxbaby.com.
Well,
I don't even know
you got an
that.
OnlyFans?
Not anymore. I do this.
I know.
Oh
But
my
they said they're
God.
only doing
Oh.
explicit stuff now, or they are supporting the sex workers now.
No, I thought it was the opposite. I read like.
They said
But
they
then I
was
read
taking off
something-
all that.
I thought they said that you can do anything now.
Well, no, they do anything on
They do
on-
Wait,
yeah.
are they taking it off though?
I'm not like the factual guy on.
Me neither. Yeah, me
I
neither.
have a feeling you know all
I'm
about.
not on the.
Yeah.
But
you know,
I
all
did
about-
read an article and I thought they were taking all of that, like explicit stuff off.
They are no longer taking off. They decided against it.
Yeah, because their
Exactly,
whole
they
market
did it
is
again.
that.
They
Yeah,
announced
they
it
do.
today that they were going to leave.
But you know what they did? They announced that after Tyga said that he was coming out with his own platform and removed his account from OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
And he has his own platform called MyStar. That you know he's like into directing adult movies.
I did
She's
not
here, I don't know.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he's really into that, like getting a Woody Award and stuff like that. That's what he wants to do. Yeah, he's into that.
That is random.
That's super
That is
random.
random. But yeah, that's what he likes to do. So
But one of my friends, we host Eavesdropping on the Fly, and she is 66, and she has her OnlyFans page.
Good for her.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
like I said, Fab Over 40 and Flat Asians.
okay, gold digger.
Oh.
Gold digger. Not gold.
Yes.
A gold digger.
And she
Okay.
has a monthly prescription for
What does
people.
she do on her OnlyFans at 66?
Wait, I didn't
Oh,
see
she
her.
doesn't look 66.
I mean, but what?
But yeah, I think she's trying to do like a pole thing. She's trying to do a pole thing. And
Like pole
she
dancing?
dances.
No, y'all.
Pole dancing
y'all
is so beautiful though, and
Yeah,
that's
it is. It's art. It's definitely an art.
So that's what she's trying to
If I
do. She's
could
trying
get
to
my
work
fat
out
ass
for the
together,
pole.
I would learn pole dancing for sure.
Yeah, and then that
For sure.
stuff with the sheets.
Yes.
With the
Aerial
Yeah.
yoga.
I would
Yes.
definitely do something
That
like
looks
that.
cool.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's not. She looked like she's 66, guys, but she don't look 66. I looked at her Instagram page.
Yeah.
So
She's more your speed.
the like more of
Look,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Maybe they met at Birds Marketplace already.
Yeah. could be. He knows. So the
MC
more
Curry.
like legitimate thing that we do is we're talking to all of our different guests about the transition happening in Detroit. 'Cause
Okay.
I mean, it's changed a lot in like the past
Mm-hmm.
10 years, 20 years.
Yes.
And you guys are natives.
Yeah, I was born in Riverview. Was it Riverview Hospital?
Mm-hmm.
And they have bullet holes in the walls at Riverview Hospital. That's what my Grammy told me.
Oh my goodness.
She didn't know. She didn't know. She was in there pushing me out. But my
Right.
Grammy told me the the real 360 scope. But but yeah, we're from Detroit. We're really from I was born in Detroit. You was born in Detroit too.
Yeah, no, I was born in Trenton.
Okay, she was born in Trenton, but we resided in Ecorse, which is a city that's outside of Detroit.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say about Ecorse. I mean, I love that I was raised there on 16th Street, where we kind of had our own family. Like a lot of families on that street were there for more than 40 plus years. So it was more so of that sense of community. But if you stepped outside of that street, it was more so of like gang type of violence. And I was always told, don't go off the street, or you're gonna go somewhere and be back before the street lights and stuff like that. But when we moved to Atlanta when I was 13. It was more so of me trying to find friends and stuff like that. But Atlanta gave me this sense of I want to say like safety in a sense, even though people have their own things about Atlanta. That Southern hospitality is something that you can't like get anywhere else but in the South. And I think coming from
It was
Detroit,
different when we moved there too.
yeah, we were kind of
Weirded out.
Yeah,
Like,
because everybody's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Miss Lady, how you doing?
You gotta
How you
do
doing?
something
How you doing?
or like, what do you mean where I'm going? Like, who are you? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Why are you talking to
So
me?
yeah.
What do you want from me? Get away.
Exactly,
Exactly.
but that's that northern
Yeah.
mentality though. And then once you go to Atlanta, it's more so that's where I found my best friends that I went to college with and stuff like that. So I've noticed coming back home, it was kind of a transition because I
I haven't
haven't.
back like what 6 years?
Yeah, you could say 6.
6 or 7.
2015. That's what's that? 6. That's 6
Mhm.
black guys. I
Mhm.
can't do math right now. But but it was really a transition coming from college, like and then coming, like doing all these things in college. Like I told y'all what I used to do. I used to drink. I used to smoke, and I used to partake in just giving my friends some cannabis or whatever.
And you also did soccer.
Oh yeah, I did. She wanted me to talk about the big thing. But I'm saying this is how Detroit relates to me now. It's more so doing all of that in college and not really caring about security in this sense, but then coming back home and trying to do the same thing, and then I get robbed for the first time, like like a lot of different things. But I really noticed, like recently, I was self-reflecting. I was like, I really thank God that I came back to Detroit, because Detroit will make you or break you. I feel like if you can make it in Detroit with whatever you're doing, you can make it anywhere. They tell you it's LA, they tell you it's New York, but I don't think it's that. I think it's really real life Detroit, because Detroit has been a constant moving, I want to say vehicle or automobile in every industry that's, dealing with the country. If you look at it, Detroit's right there. Like, these people are from Detroit. I've never even noticed all the actors that came from Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't,
Musicians.
yeah, musicians, Red Hot Chili Peppers, like, who? They're from where? What would you, yeah,
I did not know that.
yeah,
Where are they from?
they're from Detroit.
Detroit, or like?
Yeah,
White
you know,
Stripes,
You know how some
Detroit,
people-
right?
Yeah, and then what's that other guy that got the restaurant downtown?
that's Kid Rock.
Yeah, Kid Rock, and then
Oh,
all
yeah.
these other people. You went, you know, I don't know if they're claiming Detroit and they're really from
I don't know if
Kid Rock is like
West-
R-O-M-B.
West
He is-
Bloomfield Hills.
he is-
Of course, but you know.
Yeah, so it's like I was gonna look it up, but yeah, I already know because I looked it up myself because I was like, all these people come from where I come from, and they're in the world making a difference. So coming back home, it has really taught me that I can make a difference in anything and everything that I put my hands in. For real, for real.
So, I want to go back to the childhood stuff, and I want to ask the question both ways because we have both of you. So, on the one hand, what was it like growing up in a community that was so close, but knowing like if you left your block, like it was
Something could happen.
dangerous? On the flip side, what was it like raising a kid, like telling them not to leave the block?
Well,
She said, I didn't say that. I was like, please no.
well, me growing up, like it was just. I guess you get really conditioned when you stay in a community, even though people from the outside may think that this community is like bad or rough. But when you live there, you don't necessarily view it that way. You know what I mean? You view it as home. So we went everywhere. You know what I mean? It was, and then like if someone got shot or killed or anything like that or robbed, it was you be in a sense of just being desensitized. So you it's just it happens. You know, just like a death, it just happens.
It's
You know,
normal.
it's normal, and that's just how we live. You know, but then when you leave and then come back,
Yeah,
that's when you get like an aha moment. You know what I
wasn't
mean?
supposed to be normal.
Yeah, and then you like, oh, it's strange. You know, like, you know. And then the neighborhood that we're from, it still looked the same when we came back. It was weird. Like nobody wanted to rebuild it and, you know, revitalize the community at all. It was just and it's still that way right now.
Well, not really though, because like with the changes that are happening,
Oh yeah, we got cannabis all the way through.
not even
Dispensaries all of Jefferson.
not just cannabis either. It's more so of, I want to say, because I'm more of a spiritual person, it's more of an energy that's moving in and shifting. And before I came back home, I was like, you know, you read these articles about gentrification and things like that, and you're like, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. But then to come back home and actually see like it take place, and you're like, wow, those basketball courts look really nice, you know, as new. Or hey, this queue line is really nice running through Woodward. Or you start to realize that they're good, but they're also bad in a sense because we don't know the intentions behind it. Are they there to push more people like me out and bring more people not like me in, or is it there to bring us all together in a sense? So I think that's more so of like where I'm at now, because, you know, I moved out of Detroit. I live in Clio, so it's more so of, dang, that's happening there, or, and it's like, dang, that's happening there for me. Like, for real, like, what can I do to change it? But like she was saying, the cannabis and things like that, like, that's where I want to put my hands in, but Detroit's not trying to budge on rec for cannabis. It's like, it's a lot of weird things happening. That's why I left, because I foreseen that coming. I was like, we're not going to be able to, you know, come to an agreement on rec for cannabis. Like, you know how much money that brings in, how many tax dollars that brings in. Like, you were just talking about somebody that came in and rated for that. So it's like, Detroit's not there yet, but I really appreciate the resources and the things that are coming to Detroit. We can say it's gentrification, but can we also just say that it's people just wanting their home to look better too?
Yeah, from talking to people about the same thing, it seems like that's a consensus in that they appreciate maybe Upper Texas business and stuff looking nice or whatever, but feel that the, I guess, lack of respect for people who have been there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big thing. They appreciate all the stuff happening, but want to be a part of it or be a part of the changes.
Right, instead of being pushed
Instead of
out.
it happening, like, No, like, what happened? I was living with my mom, y'all. I really come from humble background. She lives in 28 grand.
Well,
My
we've all
friend,
lived with our mother once.
of course, yeah, but not to the point where she's like, get out. Well, maybe.
Uh,
Get out. But living with her, she likes nice things. She likes nice environments. No matter where we've gone, we live somewhere really nice. But 28 grand or whatever, and I'm just sitting there on the bench looking, and I look down. It's a coffee shop. They just opened or whatever. And then I think Corona came and it kind of slowed down business and stuff like that. But then, you know, like right when the spring hit and Bedrock was giving all these things out for people, like the igloos and all those things to make them go outside to spend, I swear they were set up in like 2 days. And it just really surprised me, and it kind of gave me that feeling of what gentrification does. Like you turn away 1 second and you come back and it's like totally different. And it's kind of like you're shocked. And you're like, hey, that's cool. I can go outside and, you know, drink coffee now. But then you don't know what other people are around you and what they.
I guess it's you don't know what to feel.
Yeah, you know.
You don't know what to feel. You know
Nobody
this
asks
is good. You know this is like, okay, it's nice. Like look at Detroit, like downtown, it's nice. But then you're saying like, okay, so how many people that, you know, that was already here? And it doesn't really, to me, it doesn't even matter what color, because I know I went somewhere and this lady, doesn't matter, she was like, I've been in Detroit all along, you know, like, these people coming in, like, she was talking the same talk. So, if she was Caucasian, so this is what I'm saying. So, it's like, it doesn't even matter. It's just about that people didn't have the opportunity to be a part of it.
right.
And they didn't have the
Yeah.
No one
funds
asked
and
you.
the resources
No
to
one
do
that
it.
was
Because
correct.
you have all
Surveys.
this money. These big corporations have all this money. These construction people, they own everything. So they come in and people feel
That's
left
just like
out.
the people
And
that
that's been
you
the
know,
consensus of
Yeah,
all
no
when we
one-
talk, no one asks
no one
us.
asks
And like
us
you said,
what
the
we
big
want.
companies come in and they have all this money and they're doing market research.
Yeah.
What they're doing is trying to figure out how they can make the most money
Mhm.
off of whatever they're gonna drop in and do. They're not caring, unfortunately, about the people that they are displacing.
But I feel like Detroit's been doing that a minute though. If you go to the Detroit Historical Museum, they talk about the business that's been like in Detroit since the beginning in a sense. But you gotta understand the foundation of Detroit, which is Detroit, which is French, which was a settlement where like we're in a prime location where we're on the river where people are
Mhm.
trading and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people don't understand the spiritual or the deep rootedness in Detroit, which I like to call it Detroit because I feel like Detroit is just not dirty or anything like that. It's just like it has its own stigma. Yeah, it's like they didn't change it into something, but it's really originally Detroit. So that just makes you think something different. Like you're like, oh, that where are you from?
Like,
Detroit.
oh.
You
Like
fancy.
Tarjay.
Like that, but like it's just so
Yeah, around
interesting
this, yeah.
to see the history of Detroit. Because I know, like, you grew up in Michigan. We had to take Michigan studies. Like, I had to know where Michigan came about as a settlement first. Like,
And I just did a kayaking kind of thing on Detroit
Oh,
River,
yeah.
and they talked about like how it was just, you know,
trading
Yeah,
furs. They
yeah.
used to trade. Like, we were the mecca of furs. Like, for real. People used to come here and get really
For
good furs. For real.
Speaking
Exactly.
of
real.
femurs,
Not
For
intended, but-
real.
Oh my god.
Exactly. But that's just how it is with the history. So me knowing that and being born in Detroit and then not given the opportunity to participate in the changes in Detroit makes me feel like, you know, psychologically I'm pushed out.
Right.
Like, yeah, I can go to H&M, but I don't even shop at H&M. Like,
Right.
all those shops on Woodward, I don't even,
Right.
come on now. Like, who are
Crispy
these
Adams.
people here?
Right.
Like,
I went in there and was like, that's a nice sweatshirt. And the guy was like, it's 170. And I was like,
oh.
Okay,
Like, you guys did not cater this to Detroit people at all. Or
Right.
We
Yeah,
not
them little shops.
There's
Yeah,
a
them little shops.
Lululemon and Madewell.
Exactly. People love them, but they're coming from the suburbs to come to
Right.
Detroit
Yeah.
to shop. Like, people who are actually in Detroit, like, living at her place for 2 years, I never really went into any of the shops on
shops.
what were. If it wasn't the water ice place or, you know, something with food, I'm going to try out because I like to eat.
yeah, why
Oh,
not?
and
But,
the eyeglass.
Oh, yeah, the eyeglass. Oh,
Warby
Warby Parker.
Parker.
But I was using Warby Parker before they even
Yeah,
moved down
of
the
course.
street. Like it was just really
Speaking of which, Warby Parker were primed for a sponsorship.
for real though. But it's like being a native, no one really cared about what we thought. That I think they were just like, hey, we just need to fix Detroit up, and the mindset and the mentality would come later.
Mm.
And in the business aspect, that's what you do in marketing and stuff like that. You market to your target market, and hopefully the people around that target market will catch on, and then you can get money from that.
Or they just weed them out.
Yeah,
Right.
If they don't catch on, they move.
And then that's gentrification.
Yeah, that's really, it's sad. It's kind of like genocide, but they're not killing you, but they're like displacing you in a sense.
Culturally.
Culturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the crazy thing is, when I first came back, when you first moved downtown, my friend was like a tour guide for Detroit or whatever. And I'm walking down Woodward, and it was just so weird, not to be rude or whatever. It was just a white person giving a tour of Detroit, and they were just talking about, stuff that, I mean, it's cool or whatever, the architecture and stuff like that, but not the deep-rooted, like, knowledge, the history about Detroit, because like people want to know that no matter what color you are, you're coming to a place and you want to know what's the history of this place. Why am I on tour? But they can only give you an outside type of view.
A whitewashed version.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like Caleb.
Like she said, white people have been here a lot too.
yeah, they have. No, they have. And the crazy thing about Detroit is that it doesn't. When you get down to a real Detroiter, it really doesn't matter what color you are.
It's still
their
able to piss
mentality.
off. Like it doesn't
It's
really
their
matter.
mentality.
It doesn't really
For
matter.
real, I've had
Yeah.
people. I have Chaldeans, I've had Asians, all that type of stuff. Like
Yeah, we have
I don't care about none of that. Like for real, but it's all about the intentions of a person. Like what are the intentions behind the actions that you're trying to put forth in our city? Because as
They have houses there
We pay
too.
taxes.
Like they
Well,
like
that's
people
true,
just
like-
coming in and stuff.
We
They
pay
like, wait a
taxes.
minute, what is going
We pay
on?
taxes, right.
Yeah.
that right there, we pay taxes. Like for real. I remember that what was happening, that protest. They would have protests downtown.
Last summer.
Yeah, and my friends, my
Yeah.
friend, they're like, hey, let's go get some Hennessy. I'm like, all right, cool. Because we're not part of the protest, because I had my own, like, thoughts about it. I didn't want to get involved because I've done protests all throughout my whole life. So I was like, maybe it's time for the next generation to try to get something done, because I can't be out there. I just had knee surgery and stuff. God was like, just sit this one out. But my friends was like,
You burned
let's
it.
go get, yeah, you burned it. Sit this one out. Let's go get some Hennessy. So we're walking to the store, Lafayette or whatever, and we're on our way back. I just got me a beer, and I'm on my way back walking, and we walk into the middle of the protest to the point where this white girl was like, what would they do if we just stand right here, right here? I was like, okay, so you can do that,
Right.
but I can't do that. But I don't want you to, like, stay here and someone get hurt or whatever. So just come with me. Do you know when I was trying to pull her away, the police officers pulled out a gun at me, guys? And they were trying to really, like, and I'm like, y'all gonna shoot me. Like, I went off, and I wasn't supposed to be on camera or nothing like that. Somebody from Detroit Free Press was recording the whole thing. And I didn't even know.
Facebook.
They put it on
Put it on
Facebook.
Facebook.
And I went off on the cops. I was like, we pay your taxes. And I was like, dude, you're black. Like, what are you doing?
Like what?
Like, who paid you?
Like, I'm not even protesting. I'm
I'm not
moving
even
this white bitch.
Right, right.
I'm helping you guys. You should be paying
This
me
Wayne
at this
State
point.
University Undergrad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
West Jackson on the street.
Yeah, and
I'm helping you out, huh?
It was crazy, guys. I went off on them.
Yeah, it was
I
a
was
big
just
thing.
like, I pay your check. Like, I pay for you to be down here. I pay taxes down here. I don't even understand the tax situation when it comes to downtown, because everything
It's
is just
weird.
like
Oh, it's super high.
high.
I'm
And
from Illinois, and people talk about corruption in Illinois, but the tax situation in Detroit,
It's
I'm
really
like,
weird.
Very
wait
odd.
a minute.
How many taxes am I
Wait a
paying?
minute. They every year they owe me money, and I'll get a letter where they're saying, no,
It's
we're not
okay.
giving it to you.
We evened it out.
I'm
It's
like,
okay.
wait,
Yeah,
I want my $6.
For real. Because what am I paying this for if the police are still gonna treat me like a criminal? Like, what am I paying you guys for? But I seen one officer, like, it hit him. I felt it. It hit him, and he was just like, just taken back because he put his gun back in his holster and was just looking at me like, I get it. Like, what am I here for?
Yeah,
What am I doing?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, we lost our friend, and then she ended up losing our Hennessy bottle, so it was just a whole mess.
Alright, way to bury the lead. The important thing here.
Hennessy. After everything happened, we all regrouped, and we was like, "Where's the Hennessy?" And she was like, "Guys, I dropped it out of the bag, running with the crowd. First of all, why were you with the crowd?
Yeah, we told you no.
We told you no. Come with us. Put it in the bag. Secure the bag." But she didn't. But
So you need a child leash for some of these kids.
for real, for her.
She obviously she needed one of those backpack leashes so she could put the Hennessy in the
Right.
backpack and then you
Yeah.
could have been holding on.
I could have been holding on. Come on.
This is a strange psychological chain of connections, but speaking of which, did you guys see that there are a limited number of Toys R Us stores reopening?
What? They're
Toys R
bringing
Us
it back?
is reopening for
Yeah.
what?
Because
What?
Macy's like partnered with it.
I love
that to do like a
Aw.
limited number in big cities.
I love it, guys. I do. Kids need toy stores. They don't need just tablets and
I
stuff
want
like that.
FAO Schwartz.
I hate
I
that.
found
They're
$300
Schwartz.
in Toy Story. I mean, in Toys R Us, like around Christmas.
Did you look for who it?
No, let me tell you guys.
Could've
Let me
been
tell you
someone
guys
hiding
what
on
happened.
purpose.
We found it. We found it. I was with my mom's friend Eunice. Was I with Eunice?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was with Reagan.
You were?
I don't know, guys. I really don't know. But I was with one of her friends. It was Eunice. I was with her and I was like, hey, Eunice, we found this $300. What we do with it? She said, I give it to the people. What people? Who are you giving it to? You gave it to
The
the Toys R Us workers who
No,
at the
hell
time
no.
were making $9.16 an hour. They kept that money. I was like, that was my Christmas, guys. That was my Christmas.
Sure.
No.
For
But
me.
I was
And
just
what-
thinking,
was
but I
this
think
like the
if
90s?
y'all called me
I would have been like 90%.
and I must have told you to give it to the people.
I need another yo-yo.
I mean, all of these things, I was just so upset. Because she was like, we're going to give it back to the
Micro
workers. And they were like, if you come back in 30 days and nobody claimed it. I'm
Shut
like,
up.
y'all put that shit in your pocket. I was so upset. I was so
Shut
mad. I
up.
was
That's terrible.
I was
Day
like,
31. Oh, as a matter of fact, it is still here.
I'm going to put this on day 1, day 0.
No, this never came in.
Just came again.
There was no incident report for that one.
In any case, we are absolutely going to do an episode with the Toys R Us Christmas catalog when it comes out.
I
Because
love
we
it.
are going to be circling what we want from Santa.
I used to do that every year. Every year.
It's the
Oh,
best.
it was the JCPenney catalog from my grandma.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, yeah, you get anything
Not,
out
not,
of there.
not Sears and Roebuck.
No, JCPenney.
JC.
Hey, you could get anything.
They do it.
You came to school fresh in
Anything.
January.
Yeah.
I would be in January. Like, oh, what you got on first day back to school?
Man, I could read that catalog for hours. Lifetime Movie Network, JCPenney catalog, Grandma's house for the weekend.
So,
cookies, everything.
As we're like moving towards wrapping up, speaking of childhood, like favorite TV shows as a kid.
You go first. 'Cause I still watch them. So.
Oh, the Brady Bunch.
What? I never even knew that about you.
Guys, we're fostering meaningful connections.
Y'all are like,
Which
what?
member of the Brady family were you?
Oh, what? No, I don't claim to be nobody.
From the radio.
Okay, who was
But-
your
People
favorite?
on this
Black
Brady's character.
The little girl, Cindy.
Oh yeah.
The one that was kind of like
But I
poltergeist.
like the sisters too, though. You know?
Poltergeist.
She was a little.
But you know, like I liked I don't know. This is my childhood. Is that Star Trek?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely your childhood one.
I love
I
that.
never
Which
even
Star
knew
Trek?
that.
Star Trek.
You know they have
Oh, which
multiple.
one?
The
You got
original.
the original.
Huh? The
They're
original.
the original.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
That's
I
my
don't know,
dad,
I don't know
too.
if you
For
I don't
real.
know if you stayed a Star Trek fan, but so obviously like the Next Generation Enterprise, Jean-Luc Picard becomes the captain, right?
Yeah.
So then there's now a new series with the same actor, like just called Picard. It's him as like an old man in retirement,
Mm-hmm.
and he owns a vineyard, which was like always his thing that he wanted in the old
Seriously,
show.
on the show?
Yeah.
The Space Vineyard?
Yeah, where's
No,
the vineyard?
his vineyard's actually in
On the
France,
planet. What?
like on Earth, and it's So he buys a plot of land in France.
But what is? I'm so.
Are we not in space?
That's not. That's like that's the no.
thought
He
we were in
goes back to space, but that's like the starting point. Is
Okay.
that he's retired and bought a vineyard.
So why? How does he end up back in space?
You have to watch the
That's
show.
the
I
one
can't
she's
spoil it. But
God,
anyway,
that's
my
weird.
doormat. This is I'm a nerd. My doormat for the house is it's a Chateau Picard doormat. And it looks like a big
okay.
fancy vineyard.
That's beautiful.
Oh my god.
I like that.
I can't believe you just put that.
What's my favorite?
What's your favorite? Yeah.
I would have to say Scooby Doo. Like,
Oh.
all the versions of Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
Like all of them. But I went back and I realized that Scooby Doo was really a coward, guys. Like I really didn't
Oh yeah,
realize
yeah.
I didn't know that he wasn't as brave as when he got older.
He's
The
absolutely
70s
not a
Scooby?
hero.
No, he wouldn't even do it for a Scooby snack. I was like, it's like, what's wrong with this guy?
Okay, but to be fair, Harry Potter also just got lucky and won in the end by luck. So
How?
like
Harry worked his whole life for that.
literally each of
So
those
he aligned himself.
each of his books is him like stumbling into a discovery, or like, oh, thank God Hermione's here because she knows how to read.
Alignment.
I've
Alignment.
never seen a Harry Potter.
I'm just saying, it's all luck.
You
See,
Diane
all
read
the
all
time,
the books and
time.
all of that.
She playing, right?
No.
What?
This happens all the time. She doesn't watch
She
it.
doesn't even care to watch it.
No.
Peacock, they got all of them on Peacock.
I like people.
Yeah, Peacock got some really good stuff on there.
I did not know that all the Harry Potter movies were on Peacock.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I just seen
Limited
Harry Potter.
ads. Yeah, limited ads too. I didn't watch the last one like 7 times already.
How many are there?
There's like
Would it be
7 of them.
exorbitant
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
us
say
to do
7 or
like
8.
a 7-movie watching marathon on the podcast? It would be
I'd
18
have-
hours.
I'd
Chris,
have
do
to
you have
It's
like,
the high
do you have
hours.
like 3 days to spare for us?
I'd have
You
Nah,
know,
No,
not
you
Harry
should
Potter.
do that though. 'cause
I'd
you
have
need-
to politely decline on that one.
Why?
I'm good.
What's going on? See, look.
Well,
okay,
I-
so I might have some psychological issues because I thought I was Harry Potter the whole time. I was
You
like,
believed
I'm
you were
Harry Potter. Yeah.
Like
Do
literally?
you see anyone for like mental health?
I got the glasses, guys. I used to wear glasses.
We
People
have a
used to
great
pick on
John
me.
the Star.
Yes.
Pick on me, everything. I was Harry Potter for Halloween one year. I had to draw on a scar and everything.
We share a therapist. We can see if she's got open.
I just need some cannabis.
like that.
For real, I'm her bad.
Well, we are sadly running up to the end of time. I think we've gone over anyway. Both
Yeah.
sections. We're
Sorry.
getting
Aw.
the angry eyes.
Sorry, we know Chris gotta go home and feed his kids, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He laughs. In any case, it was so good to have you guys. Thank
Yes.
you so much.
This was fun.
We will post the links to the contest and her social media. Please be sure to look up their info and vote.
No Nixon, but
Is Nixon getting trendy again?
I don't know. Pretty sure Rama thinks
On
so.
that note, speaking of corruption in Detroit, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Peace.
Oh, look at that! Look!